Hello and welcome back to part 2 of lesson 1, where we are simplifying numerical expressions using order of operations. Our essential question is, how do you use the order of operations to evaluate expressions involving exponents? Let's get started. So here is a question. Hopefully you started during the break between videos. If you haven't, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and answer that question, pause the video, and answer it on your own. Okay, let's see what you came up with. Max was asked to come to the board and simplify a numerical expression with a whole number exponents. Below is his answer. And Max came up with the answer of 8. Do you agree or disagree? And explain your answer. So here's what I came up with. I agree with the first 2 steps. Should be an S. I like to always agree, say what I agree with, and then if there's something wrong, I address that. So I agree with the 2 to the power of 3 is 8. And I agree that after multiplication, after exponents, he should do his multiplication. So I agree with that. But what I don't agree with is Max added before he subtracted. And this is one of the problems I have again with writing PEMDAS this way, is that a lot of people think that when you write PEMDAS this way, or your order of operations, a lot of people think that multiplication always comes before division and addition always comes before subtraction. It's not true. It's whichever you see first from left to right. Therefore, its correct answer should have been 24. All right, example 6 and example 7. Again, if you haven't done so already, I'll ask you to pause the video and answer these questions on your own. Okay, just a quick note here. These right here, they don't look like parentheses. Actually, they're called brackets. But you treat them just like you would parentheses. You do whatever inside those first. Okay, just a quick note. So I'm going to go ahead and do both these parentheses at the same time. And I have 4 times whatever 2 plus 3 is, which is 5. And then when I'm done with all that, I'm going to square it. I'm going to take 5 and multiply it by 30 minus 10, which is 20. Okay, so now I have 4 times 5, which is 20. I need to square that, minus 5 times 20, which is 100. 20 squared is 400, minus 100, and that gives me 300. Okay, next problem. Looks complicated, but let's just work with our order of operations. We do parentheses first, exponents, multiplication, division, whichever comes first from left to right, addition and subtraction, whichever comes first from left to right. So I start off with my parentheses here. I'm not going to do anything with this yet. 2, 13 to the power of 0, plus 5 minus 4 is 1. I need to take that to the power of 3. I'm going to go ahead and close that parentheses. Now, my rule says that anything to the power of 0 is 1. So 2, 13 to the power of 0 is 1. And 1 to the power of 3 is 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. So I end up with 2 times 2, which gives me 4. All right. This next problem says, where do you place the parentheses in the following expression so that it equals to 114? Just in case you're a little confused, you can put the parentheses here. Try it. You can put them here. Try it. Put them anywhere you want to see what it's going to take to equal to 114, or what order of operations will give you a value of 114. So in case you understand that question, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to pause. Okay, let's see what you came up with. With a problem like this, I like to even try it without the parentheses just in case. So I did that. and I got 34. Then I just randomly put the parentheses in around the first two numbers, which changes my order of operation, which gives me 20 plus 2 times 5 plus 2 squared. 20 plus 2 is 22. So I'm going to go ahead and do my parentheses first. Now I'm going to do my exponent, and I get this. Multiplication comes before the addition. 110 plus 4, 114. Okay? So I was lucky and got it right the first time I placed the parentheses. All right, I believe that's it for lesson 1. So you were familiar with order of operations, probably not with exponents. And also, if that was a little bit different for you, again, I like to I avoid writing PEMDAS this way because, again, most people think that multiplication always comes before division and addition always comes before subtraction. That is not true. The rule is whichever comes first from left to right for multiplication and division. Also the same for addition and subtraction. All right, good job, guys. Next, we're going to practice.